run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. After the play, here comes the athletic training staff checking on somebody who's hurt, and that is their running back, Zach Charbonnet. Sent back to their own side of the field on that last play. Some ground to make up here on second. Through the middle. That one fired in there. Complete. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Walker on first down. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
This is Walker on second. And he will not get the first, but oh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. Third down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Herbert throwing right away. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Ball right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches. Now a run here with Amari on Hampton. Breaks through and breaks away. Rolling into enemy territory. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
First down, and they go right back to it. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
That one's complete. Amari on Hampton. Down the sideline into the red zone. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers finish off their opening drive. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown. I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
2nd down now. They need 7. Dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
3rd and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Taken away by the rookie from USC. And the Chargers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And he's tackled for a short gain. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Chargers ball as we get back for the 2nd, and they are thinking points. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers parlay the interception into points. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He fields it from the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be second down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Running left, here's Walker. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Brought down by Christian Wilkins.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Staying with Walker. He stopped just before he can move those chains. That brings up 4th and short.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. The 40. Into the red zone. All the way. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks tie things up at 14. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That one's complete, right side. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
It's Hampton on second. Has some daylight through the 40. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Going with a screen to Hampton. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Out of the gun. Here's Hampton. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. On the screen, this is Harris. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
They'll work against the blitz. Short pass brought in. And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Lumen Fields coming right up. Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. Gets it downfield, on target to Gatson. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
From the red zone on 1st. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers get some late points and the lead. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
A costly unforced error, and they get flagged for roughing the kicker. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Complete out to the right side. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, "Hey, Brian, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league."
That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. 1st down, he takes the snap. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. They give up the gut to Walker. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks earn the chance to tie before halftime. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Herbert on first down. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap to Herbert. What a dive! I think he caught it! That one goes for 31 yards. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Throwing on first is Herbert. Bails out. Oh, Herbert lost the football. But the Chargers were the first to get to that one, so it'll stay with them. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. They'll run for this, and his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know, I got a smile on my face up here in the booth, Kate, because they just took one of the more unsung heroes and put him in a position not just to succeed on this play, but to be the guy everyone could celebrate when he converts.
1st and 10 from the 32. Now an inside give to Hampton. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Herbert with a blitz coming. On the move, headed right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
The Seahawks opting for a fifth DB nickel set for this third down play. Here he goes, third and long. That one's nabbed by Allen. Still fighting forward. Keenan Allen. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a third-quarter lead. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air.
All right, looks like they want another look at this one. The play going to be reviewed by our officials, making sure they got this one right. So they wanted to take another look, and that turned out to be a good decision. The call on the field overturned. 1st and 10. Here's Hampton. Saw the lane, hit it quick. Call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On the counter, it's Hampton. And he stopped after a gain of about 5. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Hampton hits the end zone for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take a third-quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
I'll say this, Kate, this quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
Now an inside give to Walker, and he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
This one held up after just a couple of yards. That makes it 2nd down.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Here's the throw. That one's complete over the middle. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. First and 10 now from the 46. They go with Walker here. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Now Walker. And he's going to be across midfield with a gain of 5 on that play.
It's really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Throw here, third down. The first down, and he's still going. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. Handoff running left, Walker. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Hey, Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's second and 12. Running with Walker again. The second down run good for 4. That brings up third down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. 3rd and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. The give now to Walker. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuffed the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's second and 11. Handoff to Walker from the gun. He gets a nice chunk, looks like about 5. It's going to be third down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
He's back to throw. That one connects. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks tie us up 28-all. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Hampton now up the middle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Working quickly here.
13 yards on the play. And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10, Herbert. Complete here to Hampton. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Chargers pushing to get within range for a game winner. Second and 3 now. Shotgun give to Hampton. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
First down from the 42. Back to Hampton. Very small gain, if anything here, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here he is to throw. Brought in close to the 8. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that 1st down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal.
21. Drive right. 59. Hey, Ray,
send a tight end in motion. Again, it's Hampton, and he will not score. The defense gets him just before he can punch it in. Back-to-back runs, stop short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Hampton, the stand continues. This one doesn't even make it back to the line, Brock, and it sets up 4th and goal.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left, and after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. So it's all coming down to a try from Cameron Dicker. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. That one is good! And barring the unexpected, that's going to be your game winner.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returning it from the 4. And with a shot, this game is over. So the Chargers take this one on the road. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
So for Brock Ewart, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say so long from Seattle.
Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up, bitch, we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m., we ended up at Live. 3 a.m. we like open. 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home.